Beautiful Sagittarian peeps, what's going on, guys? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your October 2021 tarot reading. I hope everybody's well, and if so, let me know down in the comments down below. As always, readings here are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome, and if not, it's not your message. And if you want to check out my official social medias, all that information is going to be linked down in the description below. So Sagittarius, welcome on in here to your October, guys, and let's start off with your current energies and see what we can get so far. So starting off with the current energy here for Sag, what do we got going on in regards to October 2021? Give me the current energies for Sagittarius here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout their October 2021. Let's take a look here and see what we got. What do we got going on? We got here a Six of Swords. We also have here a Queen of Pentacles, and we have here the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So as far as what I'm seeing for you guys, there definitely is an urge here for you guys to travel somewhere new, whether we're talking about this physically or energetically, because for a few of you, you might be getting called here to move. You might be moving somewhere new. You might be going on a cruise for some reason. You may be taking some sort of vacation, or you might be going on a boat, okay? I really like the Six of Swords in this deck. It's really beautiful, man. This is probably one of my favorite cards in this deck. But either way, though, with this Six of Swords energy, it's about traveling. Whether you're traveling energetically or traveling physically, there is some sort of move you're going to be making here stepping into October. Now, we have here the Queen of Pentacles, and we also have here the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is your investment. What seeds are you planting, essentially, right? So the seeds that you're planting, the work that you've been doing, the foundation you've been creating to get the thing you want. I think that you're kind of questioning yourself here in October, that if the seeds that you're planting are genuinely starting to sprout, are they genuinely starting to grow, or did you plant bad seeds? Now, with the Queen of Pentacles showing up here as well, this is the energy of wondering, with everything you've invested your time into, your energy into, are you starting to get a return? So Sagittarius, I definitely see you guys, even though the Two of Swords isn't here, I feel like you guys are at a crossroads stepping into October. It's this energy of wondering if you made the right choice to be on the right path. Am I on the right path? Did I make the right choice? Are the things I'm doing paying off? Is the hard work that I'm putting in paying off? Are my seeds starting to grow, or are they not growing at all? You really are asking yourself this. So I think right now you're kind of at a crossroads on whether or not you're on the right path for yourself. Okay, let's go ahead here and clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Why do we have the Seven of Pentacles showing up? Let's talk about these seeds that Sag has planted. And what do we got? We got the Two of Pentacles. You know, it's a very up and down kind of energy. Sometimes you feel that what it is you're doing is working for you, but other times you feel like it's working against you. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. What kind of return has Sagittarius been getting recently on everything that they've been investing into? And what do we have? We have the Knight of Swords, and we also have here the Temperance. So, I feel like something that you want, you have been working very hard on it. You have been putting a lot of effort and energy into it. And granted, you've seen a little growth and not the amount of growth you've expected. You're trying to keep positive as much as possible. You know, Knight of Swords, you're like, I'm determined. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing here. And with the Temperance card, I'm going to maintain a positive attitude because I know what I'm working hard on eventually will pay off. So I really feel like you kind of go back and forth, especially with that Two of Pentacles energy showing up. You go back and forth between feeling like what you're doing is gonna work in the long haul, and then other times you feel like it's just not gonna work for you at all. So maybe we're talking about a business. Maybe you started a small business and there is a little bit of success here and there, and you're very happy for that success. You may be doing something you're very passionate about, but then when you think of the long term, you may feel like this isn't going to work at all. Am I doing the right thing? Did I make a mistake starting this business? Did I make a mistake investing all myself and my money and so on and so forth into this one thing if it's not going to really be a long-term success? So I do feel here that you're starting to question yourself. Same thing applies to a relationship for those of you that are dealing with the same exact situation. You know, maybe you found somebody, the two of you met one another, you got together, and granted, it feels pretty good for the short term, but there are times where you really ask yourself, will we still be together in the long term? Did we do this right to the point where we are prepared to be together in the long term? All right? So very general reading, of course, that's what we're going to get, but take it how it applies to your situation. I mean, this could be a message that resonates in love. It's a message that can resonate in work. It can resonate in personal goals. It can resonate with what's going on with you genuinely and energetically. So take it all how it resonates. But yeah, I really feel here that you're at this kind of crossroads. Let's take a look here. All right, so the Six of Swords energy was about you're going to be moving regardless, whether you're going to be maintaining the same path you're on or moving to a different path. I want to see what's going on though with that Six of Swords. Will Sagittarius stay on this same path they're on now, or are they moving to some new path? And what do we have? We have here the King of Swords. I think you're determined here, Sagittarius, to keep on going with the way things already are going. So Sag, if you are, still invested in a small business, I don't see you saying, you know what, forget the small business, I'm done, I'm going to go back to my old job. You're saying, no, I'm going to stick with it. Same thing applies if it's a relationship, You're not saying, I'm going to break up with my partner just because I don't know if they're going to be long-term or not. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to stick it through. I'm going to ride it out. So I think that's what that Six of Swords was more so representing. It's the energy of riding something out. Even if the ride's a little bit bumpy, even if you hit a little couple waves, it is what it is. I'm going to keep on riding it out, okay? So let's have a look here. In regards to October, let's see what's going on with you, Sagittarius, in regards to this situation. So what will be going on with Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the rest of their October. In regards to this situation, what do we have? We have here Two of Swords. There you go, that crossroads energy, like I said. We have here the High Priestess. We have here the Nine of Wands. And we have here the Nine of Cups. So Sagittarius, something's going to tell you in October, whether this is a message from your higher self, your spirit guides, the universe, so on and so forth, you are going to get this message, Sag, to keep doing what you're doing, to not give up so easily, to not immediately think of jumping to another path. You're going to be called to actually stay where you are and to ground yourself and to keep on working on what it is you're doing. So Nine of Wands here to the Nine of Cups, even though there's this lack of success that you initially thought you could have, just know that no win is a bad win. A small win is still a victory. I think that's the energy and the reminder that a couple of you guys needed. Even if it's not the biggest win you're having, a small win is still a victory. A win is a win no matter what. So even if you're seeing the littlest amount of growth, that's still growth, and that's still something to be proud of. That's still something to be happy about. So I feel like in this month, you're definitely being called to appreciate your small victories a lot more, and to appreciate them, because a lot of small victories can end up eventually becoming a really huge win. So this is the energy of just appreciating every step of the process that you guys are currently going through. Whether your business sold 3 products today, whereas the other day it sold none. That's still a small victory, but it's still a win. So with that being said, don't give up on whatever it is that you're doing here, Sag. Even though you feel like there's times where you just want to go to a completely new path and skip what it is you're doing right now, what you're doing right now has the potential to keep on growing the more consistent you are, okay? So, and that kind of applies to anything we do in life. For example, if you're working out 3 times a week at the gym, and you do that consistently for an entire year, you are definitely going to get in shape. You're definitely going to be fit, So even though the first week, the second week, the first month, the second month, you may not see that much progress, by the 4th month, the 5th month, the 6th month, in regards to working out 3 times a week, you're going to see the progress, So even though it starts off kind of slow, it picks up in the end, So I feel like that is the reminder that a lot of you guys needed. Is there any other things that will be coming in here for Sagittarius, stepping into their October 2021? Is there anything coming in here for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout their October 2021. What do we got? We got here the Ace of Swords. We also have here the Three of Swords, and we have here the Page of Swords. So this is pretty interesting. Ace of Swords, Three of Swords, Page of Swords. I think that for you, you have really high hopes for whatever this is that you're working on. Whether you're working on a relationship, a business, or yourself, Sagittarius, in this month, I think you had a lot of high hopes, and because you didn't surpass the standards you set up for yourself, you feel like, I did not surpass my expectations, I did not get what it is I thought I would get, and therefore, that makes me feel like a failure. That makes me feel like I'm incompetent to gain the success that I wanted to gain. Sag, don't be too hard on yourself. Ace of Swords. Don't be too hard on yourself. What you think you're doing is embracing truth by bashing yourself, but instead you're just putting yourself down. So what? You're not as successful as you thought you would be. So what? You haven't climbed the mountain all the way to the top like you wanted to. It didn't mean that you didn't do anything. It didn't mean that you didn't get anywhere, you know? So with this Ace of Swords, stop thinking that truth is putting yourself down. Truth is actually accepting the fact that you have grown. Whether or not it was a million times over or a couple times over, you've grown. So embrace the truth of the fact that you are growing in whatever it is you're doing, and you are successful in whatever it is you're doing, even if it's not the exact expectation you set out for yourself. Because I definitely feel a huge energy of you beating up on yourself repetitively. Three of Swords here to the Page of Swords. It's that energy of like talking down to yourself. It's that energy of being like, man, I'm nowhere where I needed to be. Did I make a mistake? Did I make a mistake, you know? Because this entire month, what I really feel here for a good majority of you is this massive conflict, this war that you're at with yourself, where you're kind of happy with how far you've gotten and the success you've had, but then you're also not because you haven't gotten as far as you want it to, and it makes you want to quit what it is you're doing. Sagittarius, the universe says stop being so hard on yourself. Celebrate your small victories because small victories create big victories. All right, be happy for the wins that you take and keep on going. Whatever it is, whatever path you're on, it can lead to success. Just continue being consistent. All right? All right, guys. So that's what I got coming in for you. All right, let's see if there's anything else coming in for Sagittarius in regards to this situation. Throughout October 2021, we have here the Seven of Cups, we have here the Six of Wands, and we have here the Star card. Thank you. So guys, as you start to become more consistent this month on making your dream come true or working on whatever it is you're working on, you're going to start to see actually more success coming in for you, okay? The Star card here to the Six of Wands. There's a reason whatever you're doing right now fell into alignment with you, whether you fell into alignment with a relationship or a calling of some sort of career path for you. You are in alignment with what you're in alignment with right now for a reason. It is not a mistake that you're here. So there is success here, but you have to be willing to open up your eyes to see it. So look at every single success. Once again, a bit of a repetitive message, but it doesn't matter how small the win is, celebrate the win. You also got here the Seven of Cups, meaning that there is going to be massive amounts of opportunity coming up for you guys this month. Make sure that you do not let those opportunities pass you by. For example, if there is an opportunity, Sagittarius, in regards to grow your small business even more, maybe a company reaches out to you, a seller reaches out to you, think about those opportunities and make sure you're not letting them pass you by. See how they could benefit you moving forward. Same thing kind of applies too if you're in a relationship for you Sagittarians. You know, if you have the opportunity to gain more alone time with your person, make sure you take that opportunity. Maybe there's an opportunity this month to go on a nice little getaway for the weekend. Maybe there's an opportunity coming up to go have a nice dinner one night at a very fancy and expensive restaurant. You know, make sure you're taking those opportunities that get you closer to the goal of what it is you're looking for, which essentially is success. So if you see opportunities coming in for potential success, make sure you take them, because I see those opportunities flowing to you throughout the rest of this month. And like I said, what you're doing right now, you're doing for a reason. You're there to actually see growth. No matter how slow it takes, there's going to be growth there. Whatever you're doing will be successful if you stick with it, if you stay consistent, and if you allow yourself to open yourself up to the opportunities that come in to help you, because the universe here wants to help you. They want to help you grow and expand, okay? All right, moving forward, is there any sort of dire or very important message that Sag needs to hear regarding their situation in October? Is there any dire or important message coming through that Sag needs to hear regarding their situation in October? We got here the Queen of Swords, we got here the King of Pentacles, and we got here the Seven of Swords. Yeah, really try to stay away from your own self-sabotage, Sagittarius. I mean, in the beginning of the reading, that's essentially what it was talking about. That crossroads energy that you always got at with yourself, wondering if what you're doing was a mistake, wondering if you planted bad seeds just because they were growing slowly, okay? To grow an entire tree, it doesn't take, you know, it takes a while. It doesn't take 5 days. If you want to grow an entire fucking tree, it takes some goddamn time. And once that tree is grown, it's a beautiful, successful tree, right? So it takes time to grow trees. Essentially, look at your situation like a tree. It's not going to grow overnight. It's going to take some time. So Seven of Swords here, King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Do not let yourself get caught up in your own self-deception. That's going to be the biggest message for you that I totally understand. You know, don't let yourself get caught up in your own self-deception, because your self-deception will be the downfall of the growth that you are receiving. And it's not to say that self-deception is not what's going to allow you to grow. You'll still keep growing in the process, but you won't acknowledge your growth. And if you don't acknowledge your growth, you won't be motivated to grow more. You won't be motivated to go harder. You won't be motivated to really make this thing work. Eventually, you'll end up quitting. So that would be the demise of this situation. So please don't let self-deception get in the way. All right? All right, guys. All I'm seeing here so far is just a lot of constant reminders to really appreciate your small wins and your victories, and to just not get involved in self-deception, and to really stick with whatever it is you're doing. So to avoid this reading getting too repetitive, I am going to move to the outcome, and we'll see what we got, okay? So what's going to be the overall outcome here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout October 2021? What will be the overall outcome here for Sagittarius? And what do we have? The Chariot. You will move forward. There will be growth. This path is the path that's right for you. Remember, in the beginning of the video, I originally picked up on you feeling at a crossroads, wondering if, am I on the right path, or am I meant for something else? Sagittarius, you're on the right path. You have nothing to worry about. Just look at things in a much more mindful way. Instead of seeing a small victory and saying, it could be better, appreciate that victory, guys, because those victories add up, and eventually they create a huge one, right? They give you a very big win. So be happy, all right? I think everything here is well. I think that growth here may be a little slow, but the more and more you put into whatever the situation is, the more and more you allow yourselves to say, you know what, I'm going to keep working with this, I'm going to stick with it, I'm going to maintain that positive attitude, I'm here for a reason. Even though I may not be getting the biggest success yet, I'm still getting success. Just keep on having that positive mentality, and I think that eventually it's going to pay off. Even though it may be growth that is going a little slow, it's going to be steady for you, okay? All right, Sagittarius, just remember, guys, you're on the right path, okay? All right, Sag, I love you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If this message resonated, let me know down in the comments down below. Please do enjoy the rest of your October, everybody, and I will catch you all in your next video. Much love, Sagittarius, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.